maybe not your mama, but I am a mama. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time viewing this video, go ahead and check out Single Mom's Intro. I call this the Single Mothers Club because I am here to empower all single mothers that yes, we can do it. Yes, we can, still be able to survive and be happy and be energetic and still raise our kids and be bomb and bad at it. Bad meaning good, okay? In my Single Mom's Intro, I said I wasn't gonna fix myself up, but I thought why not? It took me 2 days to do it, but hey, here I am. And I just want to have a discussion. I want to start this convo. If y'all will have me, okay? Because certain things we do need to talk about. We do need to talk about the single mother community because it is a vast community, it is a growing community. And I feel like we have this, I know I do. I had this, life that I planned out for myself that, I would be a wife and I would have a child or a child or two, and I would be raising a child with a partner. Life didn't work out that way for me. So I had to make lemonade with the lemons that I weren't given, okay? It turns out that after waiting so long to have my child, I end up being a single mother. Oh my God. Who would have thunk it? Not me, y'all. Not me. But here I am. And from the moment I found out I was pregnant, there was a little excitement, but more worry than anything else because the moment it happened, boom, I ended up being single. Yes, single. When, he found out, everything was okay, I guess. And then off he went to be with someone else. So here I am, like, what is happening right now with you? Why? What is going on? I cannot be a single mother. No, I cannot raise a child by my own. No, I just cannot. I can't. I can't. But guess what? I am and I could. Because I had to defeat all odds and I had to go ahead and tap into my mental and talk to her, which is me, and say, get it together. Oh, hey, I have a little co-host that just woke up. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. I had to tap into myself. After speaking to my aunt and she told me to get it together, I had to quickly, tap into my mental and talk to her. I had to tell her, look, you need to get it together. You need to get over that situation and focus on who is more important right now. And that was the little one growing inside of me. I had to focus on his health, his well-being, and making sure he did not come out sick or have any kind of adverse reactions to the way I was acting on the outside. And that helped me so much because I knew I was strong, but I didn't know I was that strong. I didn't know that being in that state or being by myself, pregnant, that I could overcome it. I didn't know that, but I did. And I did it with such poise and grace, if I could say so myself. Yes, I did. And I was going to school at the time. I was going through a lot at the time, but I had to put that stuff behind me. And the way I did it, I laughed a lot. I surrounded myself with people that made me laugh, and I could make them laugh naturally. I didn't fake it, no. But I made sure I tapped within something deeper within me, within my mind and my brain to say, no, we got to. I watched comedies, and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. I sat there and I read books. I did whatever I could to make sure that my mental being was great. Did I talk about that situation once or twice before I tapped into my mental and I let it go? I made sure I pushed it all the way back because we all know when we're pregnant, our hormones are all the way up there. And I did not want to go through all those ups and downs of emotions and trying to figure out, why is this person doing this? What did I do wrong? How am I going to raise this baby by myself? I didn't have time to think about it. It just kicked in. It really did. And throughout my pregnancy, all 9 months, I was happy. I made sure I was healthy. And when that baby came out, I jumped into mom mode. It was just natural. This was my first child. Of course, I have nieces, godchildren that I've been around, my sister and stuff like that. But the instinct just kicked in because that was somebody else's kids. Those weren't my kids. So to have my kid now that, hey, I am raising on my own. Reality kicked in, and as soon as it kicked in, I jumped in overdrive. Mommy mode kicked in. Okay, I got to make sure that you have this. I got to make sure that, you're okay with this. I have to make sure that I play music. I read to you. And mommy mode kicked in, man. I'm telling you. And my mind was so far away from that person that it was ridiculous. And no matter what, even though, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit in my business. Of course, he's still around, but some people are, I'm trying to be nice about certain things, I don't want to offend or seem any kind of way because we have to learn who people are. That's how I see it. We have to know who people are and deal with them accordingly. And the way I want to deal with someone is not in a bitter baby mama kind of way. No matter how nasty they are or disrespectful or anything like that, I have to learn to carry myself accordingly because I'm in control of how I handle things. I cannot control how anyone else is. I cannot control who they are and what they want to do. I cannot. I can only control me. And I had to learn who I am and whose I am. You hear me? I had to know that God is in control. God is in control of my life. And he has a purpose and a reason for things that happen. And for I feel that but God is the driving force in my life, and because I believe in God and there's a higher power, and something greater is in it for my life, I live my life accordingly. I live my life in that way that if it did bother me. I'm not saying I'm superwoman and it doesn't bother me. It does. But I have to learn how to deal with things, and I have to learn what's important and who's important. And my child is more important than any man or anything. His growth, his development, the way he reacts to people is very important to me. If I wake up angry every day and I wake up depressed or sad, what you think he gonna be? What you think he gonna do? It affects him too. Just as much as stuff affects you in your life, it affects your kids. It will trickle on down. So as mothers, we have to learn. And I'm not saying it's easy, but at some point, practicing certain things, just like we're practicing social distancing right now, practice how to distance your mind from that man and from that situation. Even if he comes with his BS, we have to learn and we have to practice how to just deal with it or not deal with it. Because you don't have to deal with someone who you don't want to. And I'm not saying keep that child from the man, be nasty and malicious. That's not what I'm saying. But we have to learn how to effectively make sure that our mental state comes first and our kids come first. So if that means distancing yourself from that person and you don't speak to them for a while until you get your mind together and you can like be in one space with them, fine. But arguing, going back and forth and all that stuff, it's not worth it, because that child is listening and that child is picking up on everything that you are doing and that you are saying. Okay? This is just my opinion, y'all. I'm not saying this is bond, this is what you should do. This is just how I dealt with my situation in learning how to effectively dismiss someone without them getting into my mental space and creating any kind of destruction or disturbance around me. I just learned how to distance my mind from them, and I learned to detach myself from certain people who are not no good for me. And even though you have a child with the person, if that person cannot respect you, respect your, whatever you have going on with the child, and they decided to walk away, I feel like in some sense we have to create boundaries. And for me, boundaries are, if you continue to disrespect me, I'm going to say, hold up, all right, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to get mad and upset. I'm just going to dismiss you for now until, the baby can talk and then y'all can have conversations on y'all own. But, I have to protect my mental state. I have to protect my mental being, and I have to make sure that my child is protected also. I don't want to be that type of person that sees things going awry and not in the best interest of my child, and I still go towards it. I'm learning to walk in purpose. I'm learning how to not succumb to certain things because society thinks is right or other people thinks is right. What is right is what is best for the child. What is right is making sure his developmental is on point. What he eats, what he learns is on point. That's what's more important than someone coming in your space and disrupting that. And some people when they see you doing good, they try to disrupt that. They try to mess up your aura because they're miserable themselves and they're lacking love and attention that their mama should have given them. Okay, let's just be real. Your daddy or your mama didn't give you enough attention and love that now you go out destroying everyone you meet. Every woman that you meet, you destroy them or try to destroy them. And when you're lacking that attention from them, that's when you try to go hard to be malicious and be nasty towards people. So, as a single mother, you have to learn to just put you first, put your child first, put your mental health first, because it's a dangerous thing when you let somebody tear you down or bring you to their level, because then you forget who's more important. You forget that a child is there and they need you. They need you because it's easy, especially after giving birth. It's easy to get depressed and get down. Postpartum is something else, man. This is real. It is real. Depression is real. It really is. And I would just like to put this out there that if you are suffering from depression or my co-host, of course, sorry about that. If you are, suffering from depression or postpartum, seek help. Seek help. Speak to your pediatrician or your physician, your OB. Speak to them and let them know that you need help. You need to speak to a mental health professional. They are there for you. Your insurance should cover it. So I implore you, like, please, if you are a person that is going through this, seek some help. You are not crazy for speaking to anyone. My African American community, I'm talking to you now. You are not crazy for speaking to someone. It doesn't mean that you have mental issues if you speak to someone. People are out here dying because they don't know how to seek help. I just yelled, my bad, y'all. But this is serious. People are dying because we don't know how to seek help. We don't know how to tap somebody and say, hey, I need help. Can you help me, please? We don't do that. So I am begging you, if you are a person, even on the verge of, being depressed or postpartum, speak to someone. And even if you don't feel like you're depressed and you just need to get some things out, it's okay to speak to someone. It is. You don't have to be going through anything to speak to a person. Because sometimes we bottle things up so much inside of us that we just wait until we erupt. We wait until we erupt. We're like volcanoes. It's down there and it's sizzling, and boom. And when you let things fester, it's not good for you. And it's not good for that child, because if you break down or you have a nervous breakdown, or if you need some time to sit down and cry, what's going to happen with that baby? Who's going to take care of that baby, especially if you by yourself, if you're on your own? These are the things I sit back and I had to really evaluate. I had to evaluate myself. I had to evaluate my thoughts. I had to evaluate my feelings. And I had to really just say, no. You will not allow anyone to tear you down. You will not allow anyone to tell you that you are less than, or that you are a nobody, or you ain't doing no good with your child. Because people are miserable, and there are really some vindictive people in this world that just don't need to be in your space. And the crazy thing about it, kids, they pick up on energy. They really do. If a person with a bad spirit comes around your child, you will know that child gonna tell you. That child gonna run to you, or that child gonna keep crying. And sometimes not because they're spoiled. It's because they don't like that person's energy. They will not go around that person. They will not talk to that person. They won't even look at that person, because energy is everything, and kids pick up on it. So we have to learn to take care of ourselves, man. We really do. We have to learn that numero uno is it. And finding purpose in yourself. Purpose is everything. That's knowing who you are, truly. Some of us, we want to, when we are in situations like, going through it with your baby father or whoever, we may tend to want to run to the next person, try and fill that gap, fill that space, or say, haha, look, I got somebody now, or to make that person jealous and feel some type of way. But sometimes we may need to just sit back and chill. Because that way you find yourself. You can't find yourself if you're always under somebody. We got to give ourselves time to heal. Heal, really and truly. Because you're going to bring that mess to the next person. Because you thought you was healed, but you're really just trying to plug a hole that somebody else just left inside of you. And if you're plugging it, it's not healed. To really and truly be healed is for you to sit with somebody. Sit by yourself. Sit by yourself. Take care of your child. Get to know your child. Get to know you before somebody else steps in to that place. And you really and truly got to know that person who is around your child also. But I implore you to really get to know yourself. Just sit with yourself for some time. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my opinion, my, little bit of my experiences. Because I'm no different from you. I'm not. And I can't say I didn't want to do the same thing I did. the first thing that came to mind is, oh, this baby up out of me now. Watch me get fine. Watch me get snatched back. And watch me run to the next boy. But I had to sit down real quick because I wasn't healed. Remember I told you, like, you gotta get rid of those thoughts of that person. Doesn't mean that they go away. So I had to fix that first. I had to get out some things about that person. I had to get over the fact that I'm a closure person and I needed closure. But closure don't get you nowhere. Closure might leave you hurt than you was before. So what does closure do for you to say, okay, thanks, or okay, we good, or like, what is that? For you, like, for everybody's different. Like, I had to learn that myself, that I had to let closure go. Because I was never going to get it anyways. And even if I did, would it make me feel better? No, because you left me with a child. So, that it didn't fulfill me. It didn't cause anything. It didn't make me look at myself like, I'm such a better person now that you gave me. No, I had to sit with myself for that. I had to learn who I was. I had to find me, the true meaning of me, who I really am, my core. Because we go searching so much to find a person to fulfill certain things within us that we don't try to fulfill ourselves. And for me, that was a big thing. As I get older, I'm learning, like, okay, I know this about myself. Okay, I know I don't like this. Okay, so I know I don't want a person who does this or that, or, whatever case may be. Oh, I know I don't want this certain person around my child because you got to have this kind of quality, because it's not about me anymore. It's about us. If you cannot fulfill a role or step into a place that it's me and that child, because we're a package deal and you can't love us, and you can't only love me, you got to love him. So I stepped in my purpose. I found me, and I'm still learning me, and I love me. I've learned to love me so much. I learned to love this new body that I'm in, because when we give birth, we have to learn to love ourselves all over again. We got to learn to love these, this right here. We gotta learn to love that, we gotta learn to love these flaps and these thighs and this stomach. And for some it goes away very quickly, but for others it doesn't, So I had to learn to love myself all over again in a new way. And it's so profound. And I wish you all the same. That's why I said we're a community, and we have to blend together. We have to mend together, and we have to support each other and be there. We have to. It is a job and it is a journey raising a child, because so many things happen, so much could go right and so much could go wrong. So let's band together. Let's become friends. Let's become family. Let's love each other, embrace each other, and uplift each other. Uplift your fellow sister. I'm here to talk to you. You guys are here for me to talk to also. This is an experience for all of us. I'm a new mom still, and I'm still learning a lot. I'm much more further ahead than I was before when I first had him, because I was just learning. And I've gained so much knowledge, but I'm still learning. I'm still growing with him, because there's so much that goes on, on a day-to-day basis. It's so much that you still have to do. It's a lot of work, man. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot of work. So let's work together, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So much worth it. That love is so exponential, and so, I don't know, it's something that I've never experienced in my life, and I'm so thankful to God that he gave me the opportunity to experience it. So until next time, guys, this is your mama. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave your comments below, please. Let's have conversations. Let's have some conversations. Talk to me, because I want to talk to you. Love yourself, live in light and purpose. Until next time, love you guys.